Good day, everyone. Kohlberg's theory of moral development is one of the theories related to the learner's development. Right action tends to be defined in terms of general individual rights and standards that have been critically examined and agreed upon by the entire society, Kohlberg said. Kohlberg proposed three levels of moral development, which are further subdivided into stages. What are these three levels? The first level is the pre-conventional morality. Pre-conventional morality is the earliest period of moral development. It lasts until around the age of 9. At this age, children's decisions are primarily shaped by the expectation of adults and the consequences for breaking the rules. There are two stages within this level. Stage 1: obedience and punishment. Obedience and punishment are particularly common in young children, but adults are also capable of expressing this type of reasoning. People at this stage, according to Kohlberg, see rules as fixed and absolute. Obeying the rules is essential because it allows you to avoid punishment. For example, some pedestrians are afraid to jaywalk because of the law against jaywalkers. Next stage is individualism and exchange. At the individualism and exchange stage of moral development, children account for individuals' joints of view and judge actions based on how they serve individual needs. The acceptance of social rules regarding what is good and moral marks the next stage of moral development. Adolescents and adults internalize the moral standards they learn from their role models and society in conventional morality. This period also focuses on the acceptance of authority and conforming to the norms of the group. There are two stages in this level of morality. Stage 3: developing good interpersonal relationships, also known as the good boy, good girl orientation. This stage of moral development in interpersonal relationship focuses on living up to social expectations and roles. There is a focus on conformity, being nice, and considering how one's choice affect relationships. The next stage is stage 4, maintaining social order. This stage is concerned with preserving social order. People at this stage of moral development begin to consider society as a whole when making decisions. The emphasis is on upholding law and order by following the rules, performing one's duties, and respecting authority. And the last level is post conventional morality. At this level of moral development, people develop an understanding of abstract principles of morality. The two stages at this level are stage 5: social contract and individual rights. Concepts of social contract and individual rights prompt people in the next stage to begin accounting for other people's differing values, opinions, and beliefs. Law is necessary for the survival of a society, but its members must agree on these standards. Stage 6: universal principles. The final level of moral reasoning in Kohlberg's hierarchy is based on universal ethical principles and abstract reasoning. People at this stage follow this internalized principle of justice even if they contradict laws and rules. Understanding these stages provide useful insights into how children and adults make moral decisions, as well as how moral thinking influences decisions and behaviors. On our everyday life, we create different decisions that we really don't think about it, or we are doing it for the sake of not having a deduction in class grades. On our subject specialization, which is values education, is an essential component of whole person education that aims to foster positive values and attitudes in students through the learning and teaching of various key learning areas or subjects and the provision of relevant learning experiences. On this basis, it is to develop students' abilities to identify the values embedded, analyze objectively, and make reasonable judgment in various issues they may encounter at various developmental stages so that they can take appropriate action to deal with the challenges in their future lives. So, how can we integrate the Kohlberg's theory on our subject specialization? As an example, we can use it as a foundation for teaching our students. Learners create examples that corresponds to each level and stage of Kohlberg's theory, and we can then require our students' journals. This journal will contain students' applications of the lesson as well as identify their work based on their stage of moral development. But classmates is just one example of how we can integrate this theory on our subject specialization.